Good morning, DVC fan. It is day 2 on our Disney Wish member cruise this morning, and I am up early. I'm kind of an early riser, so kind of normal. Amy's sleeping in a little bit, but I am headed upstairs to the Marceline Market to get some coffee, which is a necessity every morning. And then I think there is a member celebration around 8:30 down in Luna, where we were last night for the adult entertainment. So the member celebrations are like fun events that they have throughout the sailing. Normally they only have like one or two, but because of this being a DVC sailing, they're actually doing multiple of these. So they're super early in the morning for some reason, but we're gonna go check them out. Probably nothing to write home about. They're not going to do anything special since we are already members, but just celebrating the fact that we are Disney Vacation Club members and we're here on a member cruise. So let's go check it out. In chatting with you, I walked 2 floors too far up the stairs. So we're off to a good start without coffee this morning. Today is Nassau Day on our sailing, and it is off on the far left-hand part of the screen there. So we are just kind of slowly coasting into Nassau. We don't plan to really get off the ship today. We're just going to stay on board, check out all of the fun events that are on board for the member cruise, but never really been an exciting port for me necessarily. I know some people can go to Atlantis, go do fun things like that, but overall, just always a ship day, at least for me, when it comes to a cruise. Even if you're not a morning person, I highly recommend just getting up a little early, at least on one day of your cruise, just because it is super quiet all around the ship. This morning over on Funnel Vision, they have the big Disney Cruise Line DVC Member Cruise logo up. So just an awesome time to walk around, get some cool pictures and things, but also very peaceful and also quiet. I think we might have mentioned this. I know we mentioned it in a post on the DVC fan Facebook group, but specifically to the DVC member cruises, normally we've been told by several cast members that a sailing on the Disney Wish can have anywhere upwards of 900 to 1,000 kids. And on this specific sailing, there are under 250 kids. So the member cruise is definitely a more adult-oriented cruise. We've been also warned for that reason to get up and get to breakfast early if you actually want to sit down in one of the restaurants to have breakfast, because those places will fill up as people wake up, and as will most of the adults' activities that are on board. If you missed our day 1 video of Embarkation Day on our DVC member cruise, be sure to head over to the DVC Fan YouTube channel and catch that. We had a lot of fun on day 1, getting on board, checking out all of the cool things unique to a DVC member cruise. Also had an amazing dinner last night at Arendelle, and then checked out some of the evening activities around the ship. But we'll link that in the description down below of this video as well. But yeah, so far a good start to our cruise. Just want to give a quick shout out to all of the amazing people that have reached out and said hello to Amy and I. Even in just the first day of this cruise, it's been amazing to hear so many stories about how DVC Fan or the DVC show and the content that we make has helped in purchasing. You know, I say this all the time, Amy and I are educators at heart, and you know, the ability for us to just share as much as we can about this product, about this brand that we love so much, means the world to us, and we're just so excited to be able to share it with you all.
Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Good feeling. You wanna know is how to hold on to it every moment. Dive into it like my love is an ocean.
Pauline was our team captain for trivia as part of the member celebration aboard the Disney Wish. What did you think?
It was a lot of fun. I thought the presentation as a whole was far less salesy than I thought it was going to be. It was a lot of fun, and our team won.
That's all that matters at the end of the day, is that we won. Donald Duck is here now, and we're going to go get our picture with him in a moment. But definitely, as I mentioned before, come down, check out the member celebration if you are a Disney Vacation Club member. They do have other events if you are not yet a member. If you want to come and learn more about Disney Vacation Club, potentially buy on the ship, those opportunities on any sailing that's not the member cruise, I do believe they're doing like a $50 onboard credit if you sit through that presentation. So worth a half hour to get a free $50, I feel like, and learn more about Disney Vacation Club if you are looking to purchase for the first time. But we're gonna go meet Donald
in the bar.
Someone finally woke up and decided to join us.
I grabbed a croissant from Marceline Market, but now I don't know what to do with my plate.
So now we have found an Amy and a plate. We ducked into Triton Lounge, where they have, throughout the member cruise, a special Disney Archives exhibit, which Amy found incredibly creepy.
No, just like the early merchandise, the early Mickey and Minnie, they were interesting looking. They were a little scary looking.
Yeah, they've got things from Disney Film, from Disney Parks, and more on display. So cool that they brought some of the stuff from the archives on board for the member cruise.
All right, so we are in the Hero Zone right now. This is where they do the blow-ups. And they're doing a community DVC project. We're painting a mural that's going to go into a children's hospital. And the mural will be from the new Disney movie Wish, which there's supposed to be some stuff with it later on the cruise. I'm super excited. I love a new IP, so this is another little new thing, new sneak peek we get to do, and it's for the community, so that's really great.
And we look fabulous and get to keep these wonderful aprons that we have on right now.
They're just giving away everything.
Yeah.
Ready for paint?
Let's go paint.
Overflowing. I swear it's golden, so good that I'm rolling. Baby, you make me crazy. I'm seeing roses. Baby, just maybe you save me. Oh, take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good
We have contributed to this masterpiece.
And it is
Amy did a great job with the stars.
And I don't know, is this a donkey? Is it a?
It's a baby
Sheep?
goat.
Oh, to go.
Donkey,
Yeah.
goat. I mean,
I don't know a lot
they all
about the
look
movie
same
yet.
at the
So
end.
I love the goat because the star that's like over there sprinkles on the baby goat, and then he can talk now, and his voice is so deep. And he's like, my voice is giving high pitched or something.
Yes. And the painting is all inspired by the Wish. The movie?
Yes,
Yeah.
the new Wish movie. It's
Yeah.
about the first wish ever made, I think.
Yep. Coming out in November.
Yeah, I think like around Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yep.
We grabbed a spot in Marceline Market, and Pauline and Paul are getting breakfast. I had a croissant earlier, but the views here are beautiful. Just looking out over Atlantis, and I love seeing the other ships in port. This is the Independence of the Sea from Royal Caribbean. This was actually Paul and my first cruise ever was on the Independence, so it has a little special place in our heart. And we actually have a cruise on it in November, so really cool just to see it from our ship, and just love looking out over the beautiful waters of Nassau and looking out over Atlantis.
We ducked in for breakfast at the Marceline Market. I am a sucker for some good lox, so smoked salmon, cream cheese on a bagel. We got some scrambled eggs, and of course the hash browns, which I feel like there's not a Disney cruise unless I'm eating these triangular hash browns. So gonna enjoy some breakfast.
So we just finished up breakfast at Marceline Market, and we had just come from the community painting where a cast member told us we were painting right next to Mark Henn. I didn't know who he was, so we were painting, and I see him painting. I'm like, oh, you are so good. You got the brush strokes going and everything. Meanwhile, he is the animator for every Disney main character you can think of. Ariel, Belle, Tiana, Simba. So I just made a complete fool of myself in front of him. But those are just the kind of people who are on the ship right now. Animators, all different cast members. So it's really cool that they're just a part of the experiences that we're experiencing.
I also want to give a shout out to Alex, who was the cast member that talked to us. He works in marketing, like synergy marketing over in California. And he was the one that pointed out that we were painting next to Mark Henn. But just want to give a shout out to him because he was awesome to talk to. And Pauline was hilarious when she told him, oh, you're painting with so much texture. And it was just so funny to look back on it now and realize that he's actually one of the few animators that still hand draw, which is really interesting. So that was just a really cool experience back there.
Just want to say this is really how Disney sucks you in. So on the DVC Member Cruise is the release of all of the information for Disney's newest cruise ship, the Disney Treasure. So here we are on our member cruise, sitting in our room, watching the video of the Disney Treasure reveal, and Amy begging me to book us on a 7-night Disney Treasure cruise. So I guess we're going to be cruising again.
Yeah, okay. When the Wish came out, it was just the Bahamas sailings, and which is nice. But so we did it twice now. This is our second Wish sailing. But I've been wanting to do a longer Caribbean cruise, and the Treasure is going to be doing 7-night Eastern and Western. So I really want to do an Eastern Caribbean, and I want to see the Treasure. It looks amazing. I'm so excited about the Coco restaurant.
Yep. So guess we're going to be booking a placeholder. We've transitioned to pool mode, and as such, I've transitioned to my iPhone since it's waterproof and my camera's not. But yeah, ready to kind of relax this afternoon. Phil's joining us here, and Pauline in a little bit. So excited to just relax a little bit. It is a cruise, so we've got to have some relaxation and fun too.
Yeah, I really like this pool up here. It's kind of all the way at the front of the ship, and it's a little quieter. I don't know if it's adults only. I don't think. But
You guys want to go over there?
it's still a great spot.
Yep. All right, so we tried to do this like 3 times yesterday, but this is the day late dining review
Yes.
for Arendelle. What do you think?
Arendelle was great. So the atmosphere and the theming of the restaurant is on point. They did a great job with all the details. And Amy did a great job. She called ahead and asked for a table closer to the stage so that we weren't relegated to the back of the room and not able to see anything. They put us right next to the stage, which is wonderful. The entertainers were fantastic, very engaging. Everyone was having fun. Even the servers and the other service cast members were getting in on it. The food, the coursing was very steady. You didn't have to wait long between putting your order in and getting your food. Everything came out hot and fresh. The quality of the food is a little bit suspect, but again, they're making these things en masse, and they have to have them prepared for hundreds and hundreds of people, so I don't fault them too heavily for that. I got the roast chicken breast and the prime rib as my entrees, and I would definitely steer more towards the prime rib if I were you.
Yeah?
Am I talking too much?
No, the phone was slipping out of my hand, so I'm an amateur when it comes to this kind of stuff, and I'm very scared. It's like my first time having my phone in a hold, so.
Okay.
No, it was great though. You did good.
Yeah, no, the ham tart was amazing.
Ham tart
the
was
scallops were good too. I think you liked the scallops a little bit more than I did, but
yeah.
And I think Amy may have got something else that I didn't get for an
I had the
appetizer.
scallops and the ham part. I thought they were both really good. They use a lot of rosemary.
Okay.
So rosemary's not my favorite flavor, but I love the whole experience.
And you got the weird asparagus.
I did. Yeah, don't get the asparagus. Like, I'm an asparagus fan, but this is like blanched asparagus with some ranch dressing on top of it. It's not what you're dreaming of. I was probably the only person of the night to actually order it, so they probably have like one sad plate of asparagus laying around. But Arendelle is always fun. We just got the reveal of the Disney Treasure information, and it sounds like Arendelle is going to be replaced by a Coco-themed restaurant, which looks like it's going to be just as much fun. I hope they continue to have the live band concept like they have here at Arendelle, because that's really what makes the show. We actually just met the guitar player just a little bit ago, and we were talking with him. Super nice guy. Just the music is really what kind of makes it, and the staff and the entertainers and all that. So good dinner last night, and
1923 tonight.
1923.
Later for that review.
Tune back in for the dinner tonight, and then probably us talking about it the next day.
Maybe I'll have a shirt on next time. Who knows?
You never know. Maybe we'll go shirtless for dinner.
Okay, so the ship is moving, and in the shade, it's kind of cold, but I get cold really easily, so I'm going to sit in the sun where it's nice. So we're in Nassau today. We don't usually get off the ship, and because this is mostly a DVC cruise, I don't think very many people got off in Nassau, so a lot of people on the ship, but the pools aren't too bad, not too crazy. We are in the adults only pool, which is kind of like an infinity pool. It's beautiful. The view of Atlantis and Nassau is so pretty over here. And in this pool, this is like one of the only pools that you can have a drink in. But these are plastic, so that's nice. This is the drink of the day. It is called the Milestone Treasure.
Yep.
And it's like rum, pineapple,
Melon
liqueur,
Blue
coconut.
Caraco.
Yeah, blue Caraco. It's so pretty, isn't it? Look how it gets darker.
It looks like Slimer from the Ghostbusters. That's the vibe. It's ecto-cooler vibes. So.
Anyway, and I always love these little like freeze-dried oranges. So enjoy lots of cute little drinks with cool names for the drink of the day. Very cool. All right, Pauline, tell us what you got there.
I got the Aperol Spritz. They give you a lot. It was like, I think $13, but it's a good glass and it's very refreshing. It's a pretty standard drink you can get a lot of places, but I love it on a nice hot day.
Yeah, we're hanging out at the adults pool still, and the view is just absolutely beautiful. Yeah. I'm going to try to turn the camera around real quick. Oh, it won't let me. But look at this view. Not that view. That view. It's so pretty out here. And there's a guitar player his name is Ryan, and he was the guitar player at the Arendelle, and he let Pauline and I take a picture with him. We met him. He was very nice today. So great time at the DVC cruise today.
Pool time is over, and we are hungry.
Yes.
Where are we headed?
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Mickey's Friendship Fair, a festival of food flavors.
Way too many F's in there, I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
know what it's called.
We're headed to the barbecue quick service. They've got barbecue, tacos, burgers, a little bit of everything. Probably one of the best food options on board the Disney Wish for sure.
Yeah.
I know a personal favorite of this one's.
Yes, I love the barbecue. It's so good. So
To clarify what Amy was talking about earlier, it is the Mickey and Friends Festival of Foods. And this little picture down here kind of gives you a good idea of what we've got to work with. We've got some barbecue foods, we've got tacos, salads, and your typical kind of quick grab and go items as well, with burgers, hot dogs, you name it. We didn't mess around with the spread here. We got a little bit of everything from the barbecue place. We got some tacos. We got a taco bowl. Amy also got some burrito barbecue stuff with macaroni and cheese and looks like some corn there, a hamburger, and some macaroni salad. So we're gonna try a little bit of everything. Phil, what's your barbecue review?
Barbecue here was actually pretty good. So they had your standard sausage links. They do kielbasa, which is fine. That's accepted in a lot of barbecue circles. They have pulled pork, which I didn't try. They have brisket, which the brisket was kind of strange. It had a red quality to the meat, and the texture was almost like they did it like corned beef and cabbage style, like a corned beef, almost pastrami style preparation of the brisket. And then they put that like coarse 16 mesh black pepper, and they finished it off on a smoker. It was still very good though. The ribs were the winner for me, the pork ribs with the sweet sauce baked on top. Those were just phenomenal. The tenderness across the board was great. And as Amy has pointed out several times, they have a huge selection of sauces, different barbecue sauces for you to try. For the sides, I didn't delve too far into the sides. I tried the mac and cheese and the cornbread. They're both substandard. But for what we're talking about here, quick service on a cruise ship, everything was excellent.
I love this place. I know it's just quick service. Phil's laughing at me. I love the barbecue here. Sometimes I dream about it at night when I'm home. I'm just kidding. No, I think what I was told by someone last time we were on this ship is that over where they have like the tacos and everything, all those salsas and sauces and stuff are homemade. And they have a lot of different barbecue sauces. I love that they have that mustard-based barbecue sauce. So good. I also like the macaroni salad over at the grill where they have the burgers and stuff. Overall, the quick service here on the Wish is just an absolute home run for me. It's some of the best food, especially for quick service food. So
you heard a lot about the barbecue. It was delicious. I have to agree. I got a taco burrito bowl. It was so good. I got the fajita beef, and I really put almost everything on it. Multiple salsas, just mixed it all together. It was really delicious. So I recommend. The nice thing is you can get a little bit at every spot and kind of taste it all and decide as you go along with the cruise where you want to stop. It's definitely, I think, the go-to place for lunch, especially if you're having a swim day.
the last time that Paul Krieger got an ice cream cone on a cruise ship was on our Alaska cruise a few months ago, and they handed it to him. He walked out and dropped the whole ice cream in his hand.
In my defense, so this is like a normal size cone, and the guy was like having fun, and so you could say, I want a normal size cone or I want a mega cone. I got the mega cone. I mean, you go big or go home when it comes to an ice cream cone. And this thing was like this big, and I wore it in my hands for the next half hour.
We have a photo we should input here of that moment. Glad to see you have a successful ice cream experience this time.
Me too. All right, we look different. We're fancy now. Amy's got a pretty dress on. We are headed down to see the Disney Princesses show, which is exclusive to the member sailing. A lot of names in the Disney princess space from Broadway legends and more are going to be singing. It is something that we cannot record, unfortunately. They have asked us not to record any of those types of special events, so we're going to enjoy it. What else are we doing?
We're going to dinner at 1923.
Yeah, 1923. I think we were on the Roy section.
Yeah.
We were on the Wish previously, and we are actually on the Walt side tonight.
Yes.
So we get to check out what's different on the other side of the restaurant and have another fun member cruise evening.
All right, Pauline, what do you think of the Princess concert?
I only cried 10 times. It was very good. The singers were absolutely incredible and all had just like a different, like something different to bring to the table. It made for an amazing concert.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to expect, and I didn't know how entertaining. It was so entertaining. Like, it was great. My favorite part was, what is her name? Susan, that played Meg.
Susan Eden.
Yeah, so she was Meg on Hercules, the actual movie, and she sang, I Won't Say I'm in Love.
Yes.
I love that song. She sounds just as good, if not better,
Yes.
as what she sounded back then. I thought she was amazing. I thought they were all amazing. There was just so many good songs. I thought it was going to be over like halfway through. I was like, wow, that was awesome. And then there was still more. It was such a good show.
Yes. And I think they had some DVC surprises because we were on the ship. So.
Yeah, so we got like a little bit extra. It is going to be, they are going to be touring. It sounded like soon, but it was cool that we got to kind of experience it first.
So if it's coming to your area, highly recommend to go see it. It's really an incredible show.
Yeah.
I'm still pretty stunned from that concert as well. The biggest thing that I will say is they do not spare any expense with the entertainment on these member cruises. The fact that that level of a performance was brought in just specifically for this sailing just speaks to the volume of the entertainment and the thought that really goes into what they're bringing to the member cruise. And I feel like I've been kind of critical of that in the past when it comes to like the member cruise and just thinking, oh, they're buying out the ship, they're getting people on the ship to make some money off of it. But I truthfully, this sailing, at least for me, you're shaking your head, so I assume you agree, it's kind of changed my perception of the member cruise. It is really a celebration of membership. We went to the member celebration this morning. It wasn't a hard sales pitch. This is really just a special event for being DVC members. And we said this earlier in today's video. I think I said it this morning. So many people coming up to us just telling us about how they've watched the videos, they've watched the podcast, they love the content that we're doing, and we are just both very humbled to be a part of this community, a very small part of this community, and be able to share our love for Disney Vacation Club with all of you. So yeah, just an amazing concert. If it comes to your town, just book it. You, your family, your kids, they're gonna love it. It was amazing. Enjoy.
Beautiful.
I have a smoke. We are at the Bayou currently, and this is their specialty smoked.
You should taste it.
Old fashioned.
Oh, look at it.
Enjoy. Enjoy.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy.
Does it taste smoky?
You can definitely get. I'm still in a cloud around me, so I feel like everything would taste smoky at the moment. Phil and I yesterday went to Hook's Barbery. I would recommend heading there if you are looking for an old fashioned, because they're going to have more choices when it comes to the bourbon, smoking wood options, flavors in terms of they've got. I think I went with maple, Phil went with something else, cherry, I believe. So a lot of different options in terms of your old fashioned there. So probably the best old fashioned is at Hook's, but definitely a nice drink for the evening. We just wanted to come to the Bayou and just relax and have a nice drink before dinner.
Yeah, and I went with a hurricane, which looks beautiful. And they also brought us some snacks kind of hard to get them to focus in. And then Pauline said she liked fresh, and they brought her some kind of a cucumber drink.
Now we all know that when you wish upon a star, special things can happen, right? Well, let's all think of a special moment. One we wish to send to the stars forever. And let's see what happens.
That's a great idea, Emily. I have got so many to choose from.
Now, have you all got your special memory to share? You do? Well, let's send them together. Are you ready? Let's do it in 3, 2, 1!
Okay, we finished dinner a little while ago before the fireworks in 1923.
Yes.
Right? And Pauline, what'd you think?
It was really good. I think the food there was better. Obviously, you're not going to get the entertainment you do at Arundel, but all of the options were delicious tonight. The setting was really cool as well. So our server recommended us to come back at like lunchtime or something to look at all of the artwork. There's a ton of pieces from the archives in there, so I definitely want to go back and look. But the food itself, so good. We I tried a lot. Our server's been good about giving us a lot of stuff. The highlights, you and I both got the pasta, mushroom dish.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Love the pasta.
We shared the burrata. That was also a good choice. And I got the lamb as well as Paul, and we both enjoyed that too.
Yep. And then I had the tapioca dessert, which I liked. It was a no sugar added, and I thought it was just perfect amount of sweetness, just with the fruit, the strawberries and stuff. And overall, I just like the menu. Paul and I also enjoyed the tacos. They're a little different because they're plant-based, so it's quinoa instead of any kind of meat. But I always enjoy them. They have a good flavor. And it was just a nice dinner. And it is, our server like keeps giving us extra things.
Yes.
That we didn't order that he wants us to try. So he brought the little pasta appetizer. And it was actually really good. And last night he brought some extra desserts as well. So that was really just nice. And he gave us some puzzles today at the end of dinner, which is one of my favorite things. Although I am not very good at figuring them out. But Pauline and Paul figured them out for us. So...
Yeah, and I think to speak on the service a little bit, for me, we've been on 2 other cruises, and this has probably been the best dinner service staffing so far. It's been exceptional.
Yep, completely. We've had excellent service so far. Phil, what did you think of 1923?
I was a little bit disappointed. I went in there expecting, like, I don't know, some more old school, maybe West Coast flair type things. And what we got was like a hodgepodge of American comfort, American contemporary, and then Northern Italian. Actually, no, those cream sauces would probably be Southern Italian. But the menu was underwhelming, and I feel like the product I received was underwhelming as well. I did not enjoy my dinner at all. The tuna appetizer was good. I felt like that was very fresh, very delicious. And I got the cream-based mushroom pasta for my entree, and Paul suggested I try the vegan quinoa tacos. I did not enjoy either of those items for various reasons, but I was, like I said, I was underwhelmed. 1923 could easily be a one and done for me.
What Phil really meant to say is he missed Arendelle and Frozen and really wishes that he was there singing along with Elsa, Anna, and Olaf again for a second night in a row. I will agree overall, the menu over at 1923, yes?
Yeah.
Yep, 100 years.
We've said this a million times, and we're going to get it right one of these days. A little bit underwhelming. I did enjoy the lamb that I got. I also got the tuna appetizer as well. The big shout out here so far, just in terms of the dinners we've had, is the service team. They have been absolutely amazing and done a wonderful job just sort of anticipating our needs and all of that kind of stuff. So huge shout out to them, and overall a good dinner. Like nothing needed to be sent back. Probably the one that if you were here and you were looking for like a specialty dinner night, probably the one that I would skip. Definitely make sure that you hit up Frozen and hit up the Marvel show as well. But 1923 is probably the one that for me would be kind of the skip night moving forward, just because we've tried a decent chunk of the menu and not been overwhelmed by any of it.
Before.
The conversation has turned to pigeon eating, and so I think that's a nice point in which for us to sign off, because I think we're going to probably fall asleep here pretty soon as well. But day 2 of the DVC Member Cruise has been wonderful, and we are headed to Castaway tomorrow for day 3, so we plan to spend most of the day out on the island catching the rays, floating around on inner tubes, all kinds of fun stuff. So we will take you along with us, and we will see you for day 3 of our DVC Member Cruise tomorrow.
Jesus.
We found a duck. Well, Phil did.
I'm glad you had to announce it.
Bye.